And there we have it, guys. Jonathan David is going to be a Juventus player. Finally, someone signs Jonathan David. It's been one of those free transfers that I've been wondering who is signing this guy. We know for ages, probably a year, that this guy was not going to sign his contract at Lille, and it ended up being Juve. It could have been Inter, could have been Napoli. All those three Italian teams are interested. Juve have got the best of it. So my quick reaction to this, and this summer, I want to talk about not just Inter. I know this channel is usually just focused on Inter, but I do like to talk about the Azzurri national team and also general Serie A. So make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are interested in that. But yeah, Jonathan David, what do you guys think? If you're Interisti, non-Interisti, let me know your opinion, because I am a little bit gutted that Inter didn't land him. This guy being the guy to come in for Inter. I'm just talking about the Inter perspective, and we'll get into the Juve perspective for sure. Coming in could have been challenging Lautaro. I think his profile is quite similar to Lautaro in terms of his physical stature. Not very tall, not very quick, but likes to come in, drop in deep to build up play. Decent technically, not as good as Lautaro, but can add goals. This guy adds goals for sure. Look at his record. Last season in Ligue 1, 16, 7 in the Champions League. Previous season, 19 in Ligue 1. The season before, 24, 15. This guy, double digits, minimum 15 goals every single season in Ligue 1 without fail. And then some good Champions League seasons in between as well. And of course, the reason why Lille signed him back in 2020 was his great season in the Belgian league, 18 goals. And of course, he's the all-time top scorer for the Canadian national team, with I think he had 35 goals, 66 appearances. So he's a one goal every 2 game striker, in Lille and for Canada. That is hard to come by. Whether he will score those types of goals, that amount of goal in Serie A compared to Liga, probably not. Is this a good signing or not for Juve? I think Juve are trying to get rid of Vlahovic. Obviously, I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it because he doesn't want to reduce his salary. I don't think anyone else in Serie A is going to match that salary unless someone from the Premier League or Saudi comes in. I see difficulty in the Vlahovic thing. Are they going to keep Colomwani? So he could potentially work as a partnership or rotation with Vlahovic, Mwani, whoever stays, whoever goes. I think he's complementary. Why Napoli or Inter didn't sign him? Majority of the reason is probably this. The whole summer, I know the transfer window only officially opened the other day, so it sounds like I'm over exaggerating, but usually a high profile free transfer is done and dusted before the transfer window even opens. We know by March, April time already where someone's going because it's been finalized. With David, the issue that dragged things on was his salary demand. And it seems like he ended up getting what he wanted, 6 million base net, which is, if you were into, that's Marcus Thuram territory. With the bonuses, that goes into Lautaro Martinez area. No, and of course not near Vlahovic, who's in the 11, 12 million net in his final year of contract, which is absolutely crazy. So definitely goes as, one of the big earners in Serie A straight away. So he got that. Napoli and Inter, I don't think we're able to get anywhere near this. I think Inter offered 5, which I think was reasonable. I think Napoli also offered around that. And then the big stumbling block was the agent commissions, which haven't been revealed yet. But according to the reports, his agents were asking for signing fee, agent fee, all that stuff, minimum 10 million, which again makes it quite costly. But at the same time, when you put it all together, he put his salary together and his the fee, the joining fee and everything, signing on fee, commission fee. It was kind of like signing a guy for around 20, 25 million euros. A transfer fee these days, or free transfers are never free transfers. We know that Marcus Thuram was the same. We had to pay Thuram 6.5 million net plus a decent commission there. It's just how things work. Clearly, Inter and Napoli weren't able to make those sacrifices or feel like it was worth it. I personally probably would have done it. I mean, I'm happy that Inter are going ahead with the Andrew Amboni for his profile, for his characteristics, adding that pace, that technicality that Marcus Thuram similar type of profile. Jonathan David would have been kind of more similar to Lautaro, but if you're talking about, more of a guarantee, a 25, 26-year-old that comes in with that pedigree of goal scoring ability, more of a guarantee than Adrian Boni as well. And then if you made it as a yearly cost on the books, Jonathan David is definitely more expensive than Boni, but it probably would have ended up being like 2 or 3 million more yearly cost on the books for Inter, or if depending on who Napoli go for. Let's see. Napoli's rumors are of Darwin Nunez, which again is a interesting player that definitely wasn't worth the fee that Liverpool paid for, but I think in Italy could cause trouble with his athletic abilities and his running in behind and just overall chaos. But yeah, Jonathan David to Juve, all done and dusted and confirmed. Let's see how Juve move up front. That is the main question. Is he going to be the number one? Is he going to be the starter? Because we know Igor Tudor likes to play a 3-4-2-1 more than a 3-5-2, really. So is he going to be the starter in the 3-4-2-1 as a lone striker, or is he going to be the support striker? Is he going to be a rotational option? That's going to be interesting. Is the right move for Jonathan David? Yeah, I mean, in terms of money-wise, definitely this is the right move. That Juve gave him what he wanted and his agents. Fit-wise, I think, again, if Inzaghi stayed at Inter, I think the 3-5-2 at Inter would probably have been the best fit for him. We don't know yet what Christian Kivu wants to do at Inter, whether it's going to be the 3-5-2, 3-4-2-1, or even maybe something different altogether. So I think actually in the end it's probably a good fit under Conte and Napoli, as a lone striker, with how Conte likes to build up, use his striker as like the shield, or the guy that bounces the ball back into the midfielders and the wingers. I don't think that would have worked as well unless Conte was looking to change back into a 3-5-2 as well. So I think overall for David, it's a good move. For Juve, it's a good move. This is I guess alongside Alphonso Davies, this is the big star of Canadian football. So they've got the Timothy Weah McKennie pool for the USA. So now they've completed the North American pool with Jonathan David. So they're definitely pushing for that North American market more and more. I don't know if that was the reasoning behind this decision. Probably not. I mean, he is definitely one of the best free transfers available in this transfer window, so I don't blame them. But yeah, you guys let me know if you're an Inter fan. Are you gutted that Inter didn't sign him? If you are a Napoli, Milan, or any other Serie A fan, let me know. Should your team have signed him, or do you think Juve have made a mistake here? They've paid too much, and this is another striker flop, because Juve have had a few striker flops now last few years. They need to get one right. Colomwani's been good, but he's just a loan. We don't know if he's staying. Vlahovic has been a flop. Milik has been a flop. So they need to get this one right if they want to challenge for the Scudetto next year. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next one.